This is Draw My Life, and my name is Leah. You can find me in your Bible, and today I'm going to talk about my life from my point of view. Now, a lot of people know about the love triangle between my sister Rachel and Jacob, our husband, and I'm there in the middle, but today I'm going to tell things from my point of view. So, I am Leah, and I was born in Haran, which is where you guys call Turkey now. It's near there. My dad's name was Laban, and he had two daughters. Just me and Rachel were the only girls, and we were really close when we were younger, and things were pretty cool. But as we got older, when I became a teenager, there began to be a problem because in our culture, I was supposed to be married off so that we could have a lot of descendants, but nobody wanted to marry me because I was not the pretty sister. My sister Rachel always had no problem getting male attention, but I was older, I was supposed to be married, and it caused issues with my parents and with myself. I mean, I just felt really bad all the time because, I just grew up thinking I would have the perfect husband and the perfect home and all of these kids, and it just seemed like it was never going to happen for me. And it was just the only thing that I really wanted. So one day along comes our cousin Jacob, and he sees Rachel and he falls head over heels in love with her, of course. And he talks to my dad. He wants to marry her. My dad's okay with this, and my dad agrees to let him work for 7 years and he can marry Rachel. And I think, oh my goodness, this is it for me. If Rachel gets married first, then it's really over. I'm never going to be able to have the family that I want. And I just think, there goes all my dreams and hopes of things coming okay for me. So anyway, eventually Jacob works all these years, and we have this big celebration in preparation for his marriage to Rachel. But my dad comes to me the night before and he's like, "We are not going to give Rachel to him. You're the oldest. You're supposed to be married first." And I think, finally, this is it. This is my chance. He'll fall in love with me and we'll be able to live happily ever after. So I end up being in his tent instead of Rachel. Well, the next morning, when he finds out it's me, he is really unhappy. And he is yelling and screaming. He wants Rachel and he doesn't want me. So my dad agrees to let him marry Rachel if he fulfills my week. And he can work another 7 years and then we'll both be his wife. And my dad's happy. He gets a lot of money, but I'm devastated. I mean, now my sister is getting married to my husband. And it just, again, seems like things are just really never going to work out for me because Jacob is really in love with Rachel. And it's just all about her all the time. And Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. He's working all these years for her. And he just really doesn't care very much for me. And it makes me really sad and hurt all the time because, I just want to be happy and it seems like it's just never going to happen. But after a few years, God heard my prayer. He saw that I was unloved and he blessed me to be able to bear a son, and I named him Reuben. And then God continued to bless me because he gave me 3 more boys, Simeon, Levi, and Judah. And I thought, surely my husband is going to love me now. I've given him these 4 boys, and Rachel has no kids. So Rachel is jealous, of course, and makes a big stink about it in our house. And since she can't have kids, she arranges for her handmaiden, Bilhah, to lay with our husband in order for her to have kids. And of course, Jacob is ecstatic about this. And they have 2 boys, Dan and Naphtali, with this arrangement. And so they're all happy, but now I'm stuck out again. I mean, I'm not having any luck having any more children of my own. And since Rachel arranged for these other two kids for Jacob, he's crazy about her all over again. So I say, hey, I have a handmaiden too, Zilpah, and I arranged for her to sleep with our husband. And God blesses us with two more boys, Gad and Asher. Now, at this point, I have 6 kids for Jacob. 4 of them that I had myself, and 2 by my handmaiden. And, things really aren't that bad. I mean, Jacob still only really loves Rachel. And it's just something I have to deal with. So one day, my oldest boy, Reuben, is getting these plants from the field that help you conceive for me. And because I still want to have more kids if I can. And Rachel asks if she can have them. And I'm like, it's not enough that you already took my husband and you have all his love. Now you want my mandrakes as well. And so we agree that I will get Jacob if if I give her the mandrakes. And so we make that agreement. I get Jacob for the night, and subsequently I get pregnant again. And I have him a few more nights and have another 2 kids. So that's Issachar and Zebulun, and then I get a daughter, Dinah. And so, even though I don't have Jacob's love, I have a good number of children for him. And, you know, I'm starting to just think about my life a little bit differently. I mean, God has really blessed me to have all of these boys and then a girl born, and all of them, they're strong and they're healthy, and we're doing really well. And Rachel just has these 2 kids, and sure, she has Jacob's loves, but, I am the mother to the firstborn boys, and I have so many kids, and it's just really more than I ever thought would happen. So, it was okay. Now, of course, because Rachel didn't have any children that she bore, she was really sad until after many years, God did bless her to be able to have a son named Joseph. And because Rachel was Jacob's favorite, he doted on Joseph. And it actually created a lot of hostility between Joseph and our other boys, which was kind of sad for me because now my children were experiencing some of the same things I was in terms of this favoritism. But God continued to bless us, and he blessed Rachel to have one more son, and she actually died after that in childbirth with her second born son, Benjamin. And after that happened, it really made me start to reflect on everything that had happened. I mean, Rachel had been so focused on the kids she didn't have, and when God blessed her to have them, her life was cut short. And here I was, always thinking about how I didn't have love from this one man in the way I wanted, but I had love from 7 children that I bore. And they loved me to death. And God did this amazing thing, in that he really showed me an incredible amount of love and the way he blessed my offspring. The sons of my son, Levi, God chose to be his holy priests, the Levites, who were the liaison between God and his people. And then my son Judah became an ancestor of the famous King David, who slew Goliath, united the kingdoms of Judah and Israel, and was a man after God's own heart. And then, from David's descendants, God chose to bring about his very own Son into the world, who brought about salvation for all mankind everywhere. So God picked me, the ugly sister, to bear the children that would bring about change to the whole wide world. I mean, the truth is, things didn't turn out exactly the way I had planned or the way I imagined. I didn't have the marriage or husband I thought I'd have. Even after my sister died and it was just me and Jacob, it wasn't what I expected. I really missed my sister. So even though I didn't get what I thought I wanted, God blessed me in an altogether different way. He gave me something that was way more valuable than what I could have ever imagined or asked for. And on top of that, He took care of us. I mean, we had a huge family. And lots of people in those days really didn't always fare very well. But we always had everything we needed and more. In the end, I knew that God had given me all the love that I ever needed. And for that, I'll always be grateful. My name is Leah, and this is my story.